welcome to another Vertical Attitude video. For this video we shall be putting a new vent in over the bed, 400 by 400, and take this old one out and put a new one in. Okay, so I've replaced this once already. This is a mini Hecky line, and what I don't like is these handles. You push up, these springs here tend to pop off, and there's these caps on the ends that just go anywhere. They're not fixed in, they just ping off. I've lost one already, and I want something easier, so I've got a new unit which will be seen shortly. The first thing to do is to take this inside cover off and then unscrew. You can see some screws that go through there, hold the top in. So once that's done, the top should lift off. The sealant that I've got is non-dry sealant, so hopefully it's not gone hard on the top. So yeah, we'll start with taking this off here. It just unclips and practically falls off. I'm trying not to break anything. It might have a resale value, or you know, if things go wrong I might have to put it back on. But yeah, so we've got all these screws all the way along here, all round it. So once we take that off, this inner section will drop down. This should then move up out of the way as a complete top section. Okay. So we've got 3, 6, 9, we've got 12 screws to remove. There we go. I think this is the last one. Yep. So that drops away. And then we can see that this top section, so the bottom section obviously screws into these bits. We've got a wooden roof there lining either side, so just needs a bit of pressure, I think, just to push it off the sealant. Yep, as you can see it's moving. Yes, look at that, look at that. Of course, when we, I didn't want the window open. That's it. So I'll go around the top and lift it off from there. And what I shall do is clean all this sealant up and put some new down. So we've got a nice fresh bed for the new vent. So we are. It came off quite easy. That's it. That's your top section. You can see it fits around the side of all the sealant, goes around the edge there. And when you put it in, this is what you do. You put your sealant on here, not on the roof. And obviously when you screw it down, it applies the pressure and makes a good seal. So you've just got to scrape all this off. It has dried a bit, but I should use a plastic scraper, remove all that, clean it up with Isopropyl. So it's an alcohol, 99.9% Isopropyl. That'll clean all that up, and then we can seal the new one in and then bed it in, and hopefully it will go okay. Right, so I've got this little plastic scraper. Get all this. I've put a sheet down the hole, so all I'm going to do is push this off down the hole. It's coming off pretty good. Like I said, I do need to get a bit of liquid on there and clean it up. So, oh, look at that! Yeah, it's scraping off nice and easy. At least it's a nice sunny day for this. Nice and dry. No rain expected. Although it does pay to have a tarpaulin handy, just in case you need to cover up quickly. Right, I need to get the liquid stuff. I might just wipe it down with a bit of soap and water first, and then use the Isopropyl after. So here's the inside view. Just scraped all that off there. A nice clean hole. It's white on the inside. Like I said, there is a bit of residue left around there, but it's still nice and soft, so I'm not too worried about that. I might just remove any big lumps so that we make sure that the top section fits in properly. Yep, looking good. Okay, so this is the new unit. There we go. So internally we've got a single bar that rotates up and down. We'll look at that later. Underneath we've got the bottom unit, and when we put this in, we will need to seal around the edge there, all the sealant all the way around it, before we place it down in position. So that's that. I shall clean the surface with this Isopropyl, 99.9% alcohol, and the sealant I'm using is this Hodgson Sealant CV, non-drying sealant. And I think that's important. It helps getting units on and off, and it creates a good seal. It's what I used last time, and no water came in. Just so as you know, it does come with fixings, but you've got to supply your own screws. Okay, it's all in the instructions anyway, so read them first. Okay, so this is the outer unit. I'm going to place sealant all around this edge. These fixings come with the unit, and they only fit one way around, which is that, and then there's a corner section like that and that. We don't put these on obviously until we've got this installed, and we put these inside, and then you've got to buy your own screws to screw in. One thing we'll say, don't over tighten, because it is plastic, and if you over tighten it, then it's just going to crack. Yeah, just use your hand tools to do the job. So here you can see the base unit. Okay, this is an MPK unit. It's got a normal blind, and it's got a fly screen as well. Thickness is like 28 to 60 mil. I think my roof is about 28. So here's its lovely little box. can see what it is there. I should put links in the video anyway, so if you're interested. Okay, get some sealant through. And hopefully we'll get a nice bead round. Not worried about if we get a few splodges here and there. As far as I'm concerned, more sealant the better. This is recessed on this side, so I might put a bit more sealant on top of it. So what we can do, we could put a bit around the edge on the outside surface of the roof, as well as, not too much, not too bad here. This is a lot wider, but we do want that seal. Of course the proof will be when I run a hose pipe around it, when it's all secured down, obviously. So I think looking good. Put a bit around the roof. When you install this, do make sure you put the hinges facing towards the front of the van. So if you've got your vent open, it should blow down without blowing back and getting broken. As you can see, I've just run a bit around the edge there on the outside. I just want to make sure that I get a proper good seal. So next I'm just going to drop the top unit in there. Well, okay. Make sure that hinges are towards the back. And we're just going to drop it in there. Oops. There we go. Okay, gentle presses. Try and keep the gunk off the glass. And we're going to go and secure it on the inside. Looking good so far. First screw in over there, so I'm going to do opposites. Little tap. I'm using 30mm screws. I don't want them too long, but I want them short enough so I can bite in and just pull that in tight. So that's two. I'll do two more at the corners, and then there's one there and one there, and well, there's two each side go in the centre pieces. Just hand tight, firm, but not too much at the moment. Got the other section of the fixings to put on, and once they're all on, it'll be a case of going around clockwise or anti-clockwise and just tightening them all down. And then I'll carry on with that, and once that's done, it'll be a case of fitting the bottom section on. Well, all right. We got the inner frame, just pushes in so far, and there's covers. Click on the outside, take those off, and you put some screws in here. That was quite easy actually. Pleased with that. So we got a locking lever each side. Oops. Let me get a proper position on it. So got my finger. Oh no! Oh. Be careful. So I'm not doing it properly. I should use the bar like that. This is about 50 slots, so basically you've got 50 positions where it locks in. Okay. Come around and let's have a closer look at this. So you just twist the bar, and that's locked in now. Twist the bar, opens up, you've got all these positions. Okay, locked in now. Oops, that's free. So we're looking good. If I screw. Well guys, job done. A little bit effort. Oh look here, I can see I haven't got that in properly. So you see the tabs out. What about the other side? Yep, that side too. So I'll take these off and put them on properly, and then it'll be job done. Thank you for watching. Got a nice flush fitting. It looks good. Do be aware that this comes vented. There is no seal that completely goes around, so I've had to order a separate seal to make it non-vented. It's all right, probably hot countries, but and as you're driving along, we don't really want that whistle. So this is the rubber, and it pushes in a groove that goes around the edge of the skylight. So but obviously you want one continuous piece. These are just for the vented section. At the back there's a section that goes all the long way along the back of the skylight, and then these two at the front, which obviously sit down and give you that vented position. I'm quite surprised that MPK don't supply a bit of rubber with the unit, as it would be easy to choose between vented and non-vented. It wouldn't cost them a lot, probably pence for a rubber seal, being as they're the manufacturers. So yeah, a bit disappointed in that respect. So look out for that if you order one of these.